course, my name is Jessie P. Barili.
I am Jupian Piñaridondo Magayones.
I am Ruchi Padilla Jalawan.
My name is Justin Esdiringan.
Hi, I'm Chris Gerson de Guzman Tatad.
And I'm Maria May Manangka.
Hi, and I am Jestoni Di Saluna, and we will discuss about the Republic Act number 4670, the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers.
Good morning, fellow future educators. Today, we will introduce you to the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers, also known as Republic Act 4670 of June 18, 1966.
Magna Carta for Public School Teachers, otherwise known as Republic Act number 4670, was envisioned to provide programs for the promotion and improvement of the well-being and economic status of public teachers.
This act is very important for public school teachers. It protects the rights of teachers like the tenure of office, academic freedom, tax reliefs, and other benefits.
Magna Carta for Public Teachers, or Republic Act 4670, was passed into law in view of providing professional rights and safeguards to our public school teachers in consideration of the exigency and level of difficulty of the exercise of their profession.
At this juncture, let us proceed to the Article 1, Section 1, Declaration of Policy.
Section 1, Declaration of Policy. It is hereby declared to be the policy of this Act to promote and improve the social and economic status of public school teachers, their living and working conditions, their terms of employment and career prospects, in order that they may compare favorably with existing opportunities in other walks of life, attract and retain in the teaching profession more people with the proper qualifications, it being recognized that advance in education depends on the qualification and ability of the teaching staff, and that education is an essential factor in the economic growth of the nation as a productive investment of vital importance.
Section 2, Title Definition. This Act shall be known as the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers and shall apply to all public school teachers except those in the professorial staff of state colleges and universities. As used in this Act, the term teacher shall mean all person engaged in classroom teaching in any level of instruction on full-time basis, including guidance counselors, school librarians, industrial arts or vocational instructors, and all other persons performing supervisory and or administrative functions in all schools. Colleges and universities operated by the government or its political subdivisions, but shall not include school nurses, school physicians, school dentists, and other school employees.
Recruitment, selection, and qualification. Recruitment, selection. Promotion of teachers shall be based on merit and fitness subject to existing criteria defined by the Department of Education, provided, however, that effective upon the approval of this Act. The following shall constitute the minimum educational qualification for teacher applicants. Public teachers shall have the right to freely and without provision, authorization, both to establish and to join organization of their choosing, whether local or national, to further and defend their interest. For teachers in kindergarten and elementary grades, bachelor's degree in elementary education. For teachers of the secondary school, bachelor degree in education, or its equivalent with a major or minor, or a bachelor degree in arts or science with at least 18 professional units in education. For teachers of secondary vocational and 2 years technical courses, bachelor's degree in the field of specialization with at least 18 professional units in education. For teachers of courses on the collegiate level other than vocational master's degree with specific area of specialization. Provided further, in the absence of applicants who possess the minimum educational qualification as herein above provided, the school superintendent may appoint under a temporary status applicants who do not meet the minimum qualifications, provided further that should teacher applicants, whether they possess the minimum educational qualification or not, be required to take competitive examinations. Preference in making appointments shall be in the order of their respective ranks in said competitive examinations, and provided finally that the result of examination shall be made public, and every applicant shall be furnished with his score and rank in said of examination.
Article 2, Section 4, Probationary Period. When recruitment takes place after adequate training and professional preparation in any school recognized by the government, no probationary period preceding regular appointment shall be imposed if the teacher possesses the appropriate civil service eligibility. Provided, however, that where due to the exigency of the service, it is necessary to employ as teachers a person who possesses the minimum educational qualifications herein above set forth, but lacks the appropriate civil service eligibility. Such person shall be appointed on a provisional status and shall undergo a period of probation for not less than 1 year from and after the date of his provisional appointment.
For more Article 1, Section 1, the Magna Carta for Public School Teachers. Finally, provided that in the basis of promotion, the school superintendent shall also consider the experimental qualification of the teacher's applicant. In order to ensure an equitable promotion mechanism which also gives importance on the professional experience of teachers, aside from educational and scholastic attainment, education depends also on the qualification and ability of the teaching staff, and that education is an essential factor in the economic growth of the nation as productive investment of vital importance. For the continuation, good day educators. Republic 3, Section 5. Tenure of office, stability, employment, and security of tenure shall assure the teacher as provided under existing laws. Subject the provision of Section 3 hereof, the teacher should appoint in provisional status for lack of necessary. Civil service eligibility shall be extended also permanently. Appointment for the position he is holding. After the position that he is holding, having rendered at least 10 years of continuous, efficient and faithful service, such in any position of teachers. Tenure of office, stability, and employment, security of tenure shall assure the teacher as provided under existing laws. Republic 3, Section 5.
Article 1, Section 6. Consent for transportation expenses. Except for costs and as herein otherwise provided, no teacher shall be transferred without his consent from one station to another, where the exigencies of the service require the transfer of the teacher from one station to another. Such transfer may be effected by the school superintendent, who shall previously notify the teacher concerned of the transfer and the reason or reasons thereof. If the teacher believes there is no justification for the transfer, he may appeal his case to the Director of Public Schools or the Director of Vocational Education. As the case may be, pending his appeal and the decision thereon, his transfer shall be held in abeyance, provided, however, that no transfer whatever shall be made 3 months before any local or national elections. Necessary transfer expenses of the teacher and his family shall be paid for by the government if his transfer is finally approved.
Section 7. The Code of Professional Conduct for Teachers. Within 6 months from the approval of this Act, the Secretary of Education shall formulate and prepare a Code of Professional Conduct for public school teachers. A copy of the code shall be furnished each teachers provided. However, that where this is not possible by reason of inadequate fiscal resources of the Department of Education. At least 3 copies of the same code shall be deposited with the office of the school principals or head teachers where they may be accessibly for use by the teachers.
Section 8 states that safeguards and disciplinary procedure. Every teacher shall enjoy equitable safeguard at each stage of any disciplinary procedure and shall have the following. First, we have the right to be informed in writing of the charges. Next, the right to access to the evidence in case. Third, the right to defend himself and to be defended by a representative of his choice and or his organization. Adequate time given to the teachers for the preparation of his defense. And the last one, we have the right to appeal to clearly designated authorities. No publicity shall be given to any disciplinary action being taken against a teacher during the pendency of his case.
Section 9. Administrative charges. So, the administrative charges against a teacher shall be heard initially by a committee composed of the corresponding school superintendent of the division or a duly authorized representative, who should at least have the rank of a division supervisor where the teacher belongs as a chairman, a representative of the local, or in its absence, any existing provincial of national teacher. Organizations and supervisor of the division. The last two, the designated by the Direction of Public Schools.
Section 10 states that no discrimination. There shall be no discrimination whatsoever in entrance to the teaching profession or during its exercise or in the termination of the services based on other than professional consideration.
Section 11 is merit teachers whenever possible. The proper authorities shall take all steps to enable married couples, both of whom are public school teachers, to be employed in the same locality.
Section 12. Academic freedom. Teachers shall enjoy academic freedom in the discharge of their professional duties, particularly with regard of teaching and classroom methods.